Hi, welcome back to this short series on how to use ChatGPT with Unreal Engine. In the last two episodes, I showed you how to set up the functions, how to set up the blueprints, as well as the plugin, all that stuff. And then in part two, I showed how to kind of integrate little bits of narrative into actions and events in the game. And in this hopefully last part, or maybe I'll do some future parts as well, this will be where I create like a chat log, basically, like a chat window that you can actually have like a chat, pretty much like you do with the original ChatGPT, but inside of Unreal Engine and inside of your game. So that could be for like a character or some kind of tutorial thing. Yeah, it'll be like a sort of dialogue essentially. So let's get started. Cool, so we are back in our game. When you start it, you're sort of running around, you get that bit of narrative. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a new user interface, basically. Or in fact, we're going to make two widgets. So we'll start with one. This is going to be our chat item. And we'll go into here and we'll put, we need a, what the hell is it? It's going to be a panel thing. Horizontal box, that's what we need. And then we need two lots of text. And we can go on there. This one is going to be our name. This one is going to be our message. And then on the message, we just need to like make sure it's auto wrapped. And that's fine. And then we need to make them both variables. So this first bit is basically just setting up the chat interface. So if you're kind of familiar with this bit, you can kind of skip it, but we kind of need to do it ahead of the other bit. Cool. So we're going to grab a message, get name. And then on both of these, we're going to go set text like we did before. And then we're going to go promote to variable, call that name text, because it can't have the same name as the name. And then we'll do the same thing for our message text. And in fact, we're not going to do that. We're going to go format text. And then we're going to put, no, actually, screw it. We're going to go append string, uncheck this context variable thing. And then we're just going to put a, in fact, we need to put that to the second one. Oops. We're just going to put like a colon and a space, because otherwise it'll kind of be formatted a bit weird. And then on an event construct, we're going to create that. So there we go. And then on both of these, they need to be instance editable, expose on spawn, instance editable, expose on spawn. And we've got our chat item. All right, next, let's make another widget. It's annoying you can't see this, but basically like down, very bottom is your user interface thingy, and then create user widget. Chat window. All right, let's make this. So let's start with a canvas panel. And then we're going to go size box in this one. We're going to go size to content, anchor it to the middle. This is this middle one here. Zero that out. And then 0.5, 0.5. We're going to override the width to like, probably like, let's go 750. And then let's override the height as well to like 600. This isn't the best way of doing it, but it doesn't really matter for this. And then we need a vertical box. For anyone familiar with web design, these are kind of like divs in CSS. It's kind of like how you lay things out in a thing. We need another vertical box within that. So this top vertical box is going to be like our sort of chat window bit. And then we need a horizontal box below that. So we have to put it there and then drag that up. This vertical box, we want it to fill. Horizontal box is fine. Within the horizontal box, we need a text box, because that's where we're going to put the text in. That can fill. And then we need a button below, button below that, which is going to be on the right. And this is going to be like our submit button. for which we need to put a little bit of text in that. And we'll call this send. And then this is going to be like our text. So we'll just put like a little hint text in here. Enter a text or message. Cool. So our editable text box needs to be a variable, which it will be because it's a thing that you need to edit. Button should be a variable already. This needs to be a variable. Sorry, this but lower vertical box. And actually, we're going to call this chat history. And actually, what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to wrap that in a scroll box, so it never. Yeah. So basically, yeah, it needs to fill that as well. Cool. So we will add a couple of functions into this in order to then have an agent that we can chat to. So here we go. We go into our graph, and then we just need to go on our button, and then on clicked, we need to add some things. So editable text box, we need to get that, and we need to basically get the text from it. Get text. And then we're going to send that to our agent when we've created the agent, which actually we should probably do that now. So yeah, let's make a copy. Let's duplicate this agent that we made before, the original one, not the narrator. GPT agent chat. Oops. Let's go into that. And let's like make some changes to this. So you are a character in a game. Let's go, you are a sassy gnome character. Gnome. And actually, let's do something interesting with here. Let's go format text. And let's copy this. And then instead of sassy, we're going to put little curly brackets and we're going to go mood. And then we're going to promote this to well, actually, why can't I promote that to available? It doesn't matter. I'll do it here. Mood, text, get mood. There we go. And then let's make this instance editable, expose on spawn as well. And we're going to put the default as like sassy. Basically means that we can change the mood of this character on the fly, or at least like when it starts, like it'll use the mood. And then there's further functions that we can do later in order to like change its mood, which is kind of an interesting thing to do. So, okay, ask, okay, talk to me. And then we're going to get rid of this like first one because this isn't what we want to do. We need like a separate thing that's going to send this message. And in fact, what we can do is we can create a function to say chat or send message. And then similar to what we did in our previous like narrator one, we need to add an input to this, which is the message. Boom, there we go. And then back here, I'll send message, right click, convert function to event. We've got our event. And then we hook that up to there. So now it's no longer going to do anything on this first thing. It will just get it. We'll just get it when we come through. Just notice it's on the print string as well. So we need to just double check that. So we're going to go chat window, and then we need to get character of class, which is going to be our GPT agent chat. And then we're going to go send message function, which is great. And we're going to send that message there. And then once we send the message as well, we need to like clear this as well. So what we'll do is we'll put this here and go set text to be 0 or be nothing basically. So we'll like clear it. So a couple of things we need to do. This GPT agent chat, we need to actually like put this interface in the game. So first of all, we'll put this in the game, doesn't matter where. And then in here, we need to create widget. Oops. Create widget, and that's going to be our chat window. And then we need to add to viewport. We need to set game mode, game and UI. And then we also need to set show mouse, which won't show up for some reason unless you uncheck this, set show mouse cursor, and we do want to show that. We need a player controller for this, so we right click and we go get player controller. It's not that one, so click on that and then you'll get the right one. It's the game get player controller, and then we drag that to that and that. If it's not there, we compile it, it'll be like error. And also that's got an error because we didn't hook that up. So well found. Cool. So now when we start the game, we'll get our thing basically, and then we can send messages. And actually it'll, see, we've still got the print screen in there. Speak clearly, please. Speak clear. Hello, how are you? Peachy, couldn't be better. Now what's the point of your blabbering again? So like it is working, but yeah, we need to put the bits in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our chat item. No, not chat item, chat window. And then when we send a message, we can just add that straight to the thing. So we can go create widget, and then we're going to go chat item. And then this is going to be the player. And then this is going to be the message. Got to move this though, because otherwise our message is going to be blank. So we put that there, we send our message. And then, yeah, we set that message to 0, which is fine. So we can actually just test this now. No, it's not going to work because we didn't add it to the thing. So this is why we need in our chat window, our chat history, we need to make a variable. And then here, chat history, get chat history, add child. Add that there, add that there, add that there, and now it should work. There you go, player. Cool. And it's trying to respond to me still. So that's where we can go back into our agent and get it to do the thing. All right. We can, in fact, what we can do is we can make this a function. Yeah, this is probably the better way to do it, actually. Yeah, let's make this a function. So let's collapse to function. And so now we've got our, sorry, I'll just rename this. Always name your functions, always name your variables. Don't leave it as like a new function, new variable. You will get confused, you will forget, and also it won't make sense, and your game will break. So we're going to rename this to create chat message. And then we need to go into here. We've got the message text, which is great, but we also just need to have the name text. And that is fine. In our name text, we'll go player. So we've created our function. We've got the name, we've got the message text, and it'll do all the stuff. This is the one that will work for like when the player enters a message. But what we need to do is we need to go to our GPT agent, and then we need to make a slight adjustment here. Drag that out. We're going to promote this to a variable. Promote to variable, and we're going to go chat window. Drag that down, drag that up, drag that into there just to clean it up a little bit. Now we've got a reference to our chat window. We can drag that out here. We can get rid of our print string, and then we can go, so I'll zoom in a bit, put it over here. You can go, actually, no, we need to do this because we haven't got it. We did it on our narrator, but we didn't do it here. So we need to add on the message that gets created. I'm going to go break. Message into here, chat window, create chat message, and this is the content. That's the message, and this is gnome boy. So that should work. Let's see what happens. We've got our chat. Hello there. Oh, enter. You have to, if you want enter to work, that's like a bunch of other code, but I'll send things. It works. Hello, short stuff. Hi. How are you doing? Peachy, got trouble brewing? No. What's it to you? Just checking. I'm a gnome, not a babysitter. There we go. So we're having a chat with Gnome Boy, which is fine. And we can still play our game as well. So we've still got our narrator going. And you could hook these two things up, actually. Like you could have the gnome know like what you've been doing. You could send that message maybe, or like some variation of that message to the gnome, or add it onto its history without calling the function of the to ask for a chat thing. Because you can add messages on without calling the chat. It's just that when you add a user message and then send a function call to the chat thing, then you'll get a chat basically, where you'll get a response. But any way along there, you could add some more context. You say, oh, at this point, the player's done this, or at this point, that's done that. Or you could even send like an entire transcript of something from another character to another character to say, like maybe they overheard something, or they know some stuff, or maybe they know this stuff, but not this other stuff. It gets kind of complex, but essentially, yeah, that's the basis of it, and we'll probably leave it there. We've kind of created a basic thing. Actually, no, I'll just show you one more thing. Our gnome character is sassy, but if we change caring to there, this is our gnome character, by the way. Like, obviously, you put some artwork there and a character and things, but I haven't done that. But if we go into our chat and we go, hello there. Okay, well met, traveller. I'm lost. And well, don't worry, I hope you find a way. So he's not sassy anymore. He's a helpful and caring gnome character, which is nice. He or she. So yeah, I'll leave that there for now. Hopefully you found that interesting and helpful. We did quite a lot in there. We set up the ChatGPT functions, the blueprints, and the plugins, not in that order, in fact, the reverse order. We created a kind of narrator, and then we created like a character with a chat function. It's important to note that these are like different agents that we created. If you want to learn more about like chat agents or language model agents, that's like a whole thing to learn about. But the point is, they're different things that can do different, or they're different versions of history basically that you're then asking a model, and you can ask different types of model different things in order to get different combinations of responses. But hopefully that was interesting. Please leave any questions, comments, queries, qualms, questions, theories maybe in the comments, and I'll endeavour to answer. But hopefully that was interesting, and speak to you soon. Thank you.